You're about to move a massive glass panel or an 80-kilo marble slab, and all you've got is your bare hands. That moment when you feel it slipping and your stomach drops, the cold sweat, the tension in your fingers, praying it doesn't fall because you know exactly what it costs. Well, forget about that forever, because today I'm bringing you the 7 best vacuum suction cups available in Europe for working with glass, marble, and any smooth surface. And while their main use is crystal and stone, these tools work just as well for moving fridges, washing machines, dishwashers, or lacquered furniture. You've got all the links in the description below. Let's get into it. We're starting with the CCS20 Pro, and look, this is playing in a completely different league. We're talking about an electric suction cup with a brushless motor that creates vacuum automatically and maintains it without you having to do absolutely anything. The pack comes with 2 units and 4 2,400 mAh batteries, so you can work full shifts without getting stranded halfway through a job. The LCD screen shows you the vacuum level and remaining battery in real time. You always know exactly what's going on. It holds up to 270 kilos between the 2 and the 200mm base grips with a firmness that's quite impressive. But here's the best bit. If it detects the slightest pressure loss, the motor kicks in automatically to recover it. Imagine you're fitting a 120 by 240 centimeter porcelain slab in a luxury bathroom and you're working alone. With the CC, you focus on positioning the piece perfectly without worrying whether the suction cup is holding or not. Being electronic, it prefers environments without extreme humidity, but for interior work with large format tiles, it's simply spectacular. And if you're after something similar but more budget-friendly, the Avit AM21 is the smart alternative that many overlook. Pack of 2 electric suction cups with 4 2,000 mAh batteries and a 210mm diameter base. It reaches 200 kilos maximum capacity and also features an LCD screen to monitor everything. What impresses me most about this one is the ease of use. There's practically no learning curve whatsoever. In under 5 seconds, it achieves full vacuum and the motor works so smoothly you barely notice any vibration in your hand. The ergonomic grip works brilliantly even with thick work gloves. Compared to the CC, the Avit sacrifices some battery capacity in exchange for a slightly lower weight, something you really appreciate when you're spending hours working vertically fitting windows. The high-impact plastic casing needs a bit more care than steel models. But for glaziers and window fitters working with perfectly smooth surfaces, it's a brilliant option. Plus, the rubber resists the oils and residues that factory-fresh glass typically comes with really well. Now here's one that's got me completely impressed, and I reckon it's one of the most underrated. The T453B-2R supports up to 270 kilos and combines the best of both worlds in a very clever way. It's got an electric pump for when you need speed and convenience, but it also works manually if you run out of battery mid-job. That's pure gold on site. The thick rubber base with multiple concentric sealing rings provides a redundancy you really appreciate when you're moving expensive material you can't afford to drop. It's that tool you keep in the van, knowing it'll always respond no matter what. The handle design is super comfortable for long shifts and resists the solvents and cleaners commonly used on site perfectly. For the residential installer who does a bit of everything, from tiling bathrooms to fitting shower screens or moving a client's fridge to clean behind it, it's probably the most versatile option on this entire list. And you know what happens when you're looking for something truly indestructible, something that'll stand the test of time without batting an eye. The Stanley 697-187 is the classic that never fails and has been proving it for decades. Solid steel body, 230mm base with non-slip coating, and 120 kilos capacity. The integrated vacuum indicator clearly alerts you when pressure starts dropping, and the controlled release valve lets you set down the load with millimetric precision. It's manual, yes, but that mechanical simplicity is precisely its strongest point. No batteries to charge, no electronics that can fail. Just you and a tool that works exactly the same today as it will in 15 years. It weighs a bit more than plastic ones, but that extra weight means construction that handles the daily grind on demanding sites without breaking a sweat. For marble workers and natural stone professionals moving 100-kilo pieces in rain or shine, it's an investment that pays off very quickly. And when you're doing quiet renovations at clients' homes, the fact that it makes no noise is a detail that's highly valued. But wait, here comes an absolute beast. The Bonvoisan arrives making a serious statement with its 200 kilos capacity per suction cup and a 3-layer rubber system that's a genuine technical marvel. It includes an integrated pressure gauge that shows you the exact pressure in bars, not just a binary yes or no indicator like basic manual ones. That precision is pure gold when you're working with materials that have some porosity. like certain natural stones or rustic textured tiles. The 3 rubber layers act as a triple safety net, because even if one layer gets compromised by dust or small surface imperfections, the other 2 maintain the seal without any problem. Think of a situation where you need to move industrial steel sheets weighing nearly 200 kilos in a workshop, or huge outdoor slabs for one of those terraces that really impress. With the Bonvoisan, you've got objective data that the grip is perfect before lifting. The electric motor is powerful and the lithium battery performs well, though on very porous surfaces it works harder, and it's worth keeping a closer eye on the charge. For really heavy loads pushing the limits, it's the absolute specialist. The July Tool CCS20 pack comes with 2 8.2-inch suction cups in a rigid case that protects the rubbers during transport and extended storage. 200 kilos maximum capacity between the 2, and manual pump with red line indicator. What sets July Tool apart from the rest is that it includes spare gaskets and filters in the kit, something hardly any manufacturer does, and which shows they perfectly understand the reality of site work where dust and wear are completely unavoidable. The molded case keeps the bases perfectly aligned so they don't deform over time, which happens with cheap suction cups that are poorly stored. For glaziers who move glass sheets daily and need 2 coordinated grip points, this pack is the most practical solution on the market. We're closing with the ZHJ ANA00002, the accessible all-rounder that democratizes professional safety for all budgets. Pack of 2 manual suction cups with a 200mm base of high-elasticity industrial rubber. 200 kilos capacity and carrying case included. The plunger pump works brilliantly, and the red indicator clearly tells you when it's time to pump again. What's special about this rubber is that it adapts surprisingly well to subtle textures thanks to its superior flexibility, better even than some more expensive models with rigid rubbers. For general contractors, window repairers, or serious DIYers tackling major home renovations, it offers professional performance without destroying the budget. The vacuum holds for hours on glass without needing to repump. Right, let's get to the summary. If you're a professional glazier and you're moving glass constantly, the July Tool pack with its case and included spares is your best mate. If you work with heavy stone and tough site conditions, the steel Stanley handles everything you throw at it for years. For maximum technology and comfort working solo with large format porcelain, the CCS20 Pro with its extra batteries has no rival. Need brute power for loads pushing 200 kilos? The Bonvoisan with its pressure gauge and triple rubber is the specialist. Looking for total versatility with combined manual and electric options? The D-Winner covers you in any situation. And for tighter budgets without sacrificing quality, both the Avit and the ZHJ deliver excellent results. Tell me in the comments which one convinced you most, or if you already use any of these. You've got all the links in the description to go directly to each one, and if the video's been useful, you know what to do. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you.